Well, back to Fog Wrestling here, back with another Fed and Sadly. It's an Impact Wrestling review, 5th
You
of
sound
January.
depressed as fuck, and I know this is bad, like, but holy crap.
Alright then, right, what do you want me? Let me tell you something, brother.
Hulk up, yes.
I don't wanna Hulk up.
Unfortunately, it's been a while since we've seen Hulk Hogan on Impact Wrestling. But the good news is, we do have Austin on tonight's show.
Ace Austin.
It's not Stone Cold. It's Ace fucking Austin returns for a Super X Cup preview fatal 4-way match that absolutely sucked dick. When Crazy Steve's the best guy in the match and even he's shite, then you know you're in trouble here. A bunch of flippy flop 200 pounds, that's just generous.
£20.
120 £100 soaking wet guys doing a bunch of flips. Even these guys made the ring shake like fuck. Why does the Impact ring sound so bad? It's like it squeaks, and when someone runs it literally sounds as if like there's a bunch of hippos jumping up and down it. Why does it sound so bad? It's sounds like indie pish. But anyway,
Indie Pish.
well, I guess
Trampoline. This is indie. This is worse.
I mean, this is an insult to indie. I bet you indies
what was
even.
that? What was that we watched? Matt Hardy. Give me a good old retweet. What was that? FWE.
I was better than this.
What was that called though?
Yeah, that main event was Matt Hardy versus Dreamer versus Carlito Triple Threat Ladder match.
I know.
That was fucking
Stone Cold ET on it.
better than anything fucking Impact's done in 10 years. Where is fucking Stone Cold ET? Probably hung himself watching this shit. But anyway, Crazy Steve wins.
No one cares.
It wasn't a good win for Crazy Steve. By the way, if you want to see a shite wrestling channel, you can check out All Things Wrestling. The guy wants $2,000 a month on Patreon so he can quit his job, and if he quits his job and does YouTube full time, then the suicide rates of YouTubers are going to be going well up, because watching him would make you hang up the rope Benoit style. But anyway, there was no Chris Benoit on this show, but there was Diana Perosa, or whatever she's called, and she claimed to be the best technical wrestler. I mean, can you remember back in the day when Benoit claimed to be the best technical? It was only him claiming it, and he was probably right with his claim.
I know,
But see now, that's literally everyone's gimmick. That is 95% of wrestlers' gimmicks today. Oh, I'm the best wrestler. But when back then, Benoit was the only guy fucking saying it, and it was probably true.
I know, but
Nowadays, everyone's
back in
saying
the
it.
day,
And
you
it's
had
not
people
true.
saying Hogan's like, I'm the biggest icon. Other people like, I'm the biggest showstopper. I'm the biggest phenom. Or I mean, now you've just got
Bret Hart was saying Triple H is the biggest 4 out of 10.
biggest nose.
I fucking Slaughter the biggest chin.
This was awful.
This
I
is-
mean, I say this is awful, so if the rest of the show was good, it wasn't.
I mean, Diona Perosa is the only person in this ring that looked like a female wrestler.
Like a normal one.
You've got Rosemary, that I get her gimmick, but she just 5 years ago was semi-relevant. Now is absolute pish, and it helped when their theme song was Marilyn Manson. See, when they lose the copyright to Marilyn Manson and it's some dodgy tune that you get free off YouTube, that's when you know you're going
Is that
down
what
the
it
drain.
is?
Aye,
Really?
aye.
How do you know?
That's not what Impact this. It's all their music's pish. But the Marilyn Manson song, I guess, was alright. I mean, it's like when SmackDown, you know, the beautiful, you know, I mean, you feel like pumped when you've got an actual artist singing the songs, even it's like some YouTube free copyright stuff, man. It's
Oh, you're ready.
well, I don't think it doesn't matter what song SmackDown get. Nothing would get you pumped for that show. I'm not ready. I'll never be ready. But anyway, I'm ready to move on to the next segment. This was absolute pish. Apparently, we're getting Prosa versus Talia Valkyrie at Hard to Kill, or Genesis, whatever fake pay-per-view's up next. After that, we had the new look, Cody Deaner. So, I don't know, Cody Deaner got a haircut and he's fighting his brother. One of them teamed up with Rhino. I don't know.
This?
That Rhino, Cousin Jake.
Ah, yes, and was this guy with Kid Rock's in?
Yeah. Why is this? I don't know who he fucking was, but there's a guy that legit came out with a cowboy hat and a jacket on, and he looked like Kid Rock. But when he took the jacket and the cowboy hat off, he looked like Jake the Snake. So I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
Without rehab.
Have we got a shapeshifter in the Impact Zone? I don't know. Which fucking there was somebody good in the Impact Zone?
What's the tactical nook doing in the Impact Zone?
Can this shapeshifter no shapeshift into Scott Steiner?
Anyway, though, Rhino's
Ric Flair?
team
Mirror on the wall.
Rhino's team loses, and I don't know anyone else's name, so there we go.
How can you go for Ric Flair, Jay Lethal to this? I mean, come on.
Hulk Hogan, Bischoff.
Even
The worst people in the roster then's better than the best people on it now by a mile, and that's a problem.
Yep. I can't remember who won this, but Tommy Dreamer came out with a man bun, and it's
Rhino's
10 to...
team lost.
Well, Tommy Dreamer has a man bun.
Awful.
I mean, would they have got away with this in the original ECW? Probably not.
No.
Sandman would have probably stabbed him. Anyway, up next we had Jazz and Jordan Grace taking on Havoc, the fat ass Nia Jax of Impact,
Well, two of them.
and someone else who kind of looked like a mini non-fat version of her, but still slightly overweight.
Kind of like Nia Jax and Snooker.
Havoc done
no,
that's actually pretty much what it was
What's
like.
her name?
Havoc wins with the tombstone that looks absolute pish.
On Jazz, who
I
looks
mean-
like she just broke out of prison.
Prison break,
Look-
eat your heart out.
It looks awful.
Havoc's thighs are about as wide as two Titanics, so really,
Harold and Wolf.
really, there's no cushion to blow for Jazz. I mean, what we're supposed to believe is hitting the head first? What was hitting the canvas first? Jazz's head or fucking Havoc's fucking fat as fuck thighs? Come on,
Jazz looks awful.
Just
not,
retire.
Not that anyone this match looked good. But
just remember when Jazz fucking. That's the only thing good about her. She does. She's one letter away from being called Taz. Wonder if she's from Brooklyn. But anyway, she's a bit short as well. Maybe she came up short for Red Hook. But remember, she debuted in WWE and literally the crowd is fucking dead. And
one person that I never read it.
was it Taz? Was Taz on commentary? No, it was Paul Heyman, and he was trying his best to put her over, like, but the crowd were fucking dead. And he's like, "Oh, this is ECW original. This is Jazz." Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares.
2001 Jazz.
Up next with Moose, and it's time to get the noose and fucking pull it, ring you. But anyway, it was Moose taking on
Security guard had
Yeah.
the last 3 minutes.
some guy that ripped his shirt last week.
But what's the stipulation? Why did he have to last 3 minutes? 3 minutes or what?
If he lasts 3 minutes, he wins.
But so what?
I don't know. What does he win?
Wins and losses don't matter.
Free ticket for next week's Impact.
And then
If that was the case, he'd have lost on purpose. So
this
I mean,
guy comes out who just looks like a fat bastard.
a druggy, an out of shape druggy for the hood.
Yep.
That's what Willie Mack is, right? Doesn't look like a fucking wrestler. I mean, you look at your African American, he doesn't look like Ron Simmons, he doesn't look like Ahmed Johnson, he doesn't look like Mark Henry, he doesn't look like an athlete like Shelton Benjamin, he doesn't look like a cool hip hop guy like MVP, he doesn't look like a fucking destroyer like Bobby Lashley, he just looks like a fucking crack addict from the hood that
I'm a crack addict.
collects bills and probably thinks
No, but the worst thing about
Orange
this-
Man bad. You know what I mean?
But Moose is looking right at him, and he's looking right at the counter.
Speaking of Orange Man bad, I wonder who's going to betray who tonight, Pence or Trump? Who's your money on? But I mean, Moose is completely. He's looking at Mac, and he can see the Mac's in front of the timer, which is ticking down, and then Moose doesn't even bother until there's 1 second left, and then he thinks when there's 1 second left, he can somehow get the pin. When it takes 3. Yeah, awful.
Right, next up, Eddie Edwards.
Now Eddie Edwards taking on Sammy Callahan.
That's an Extreme Rules match, or whatever you want to call it.
It didn't even seem like a match. It was kind of like a brawl, but
No,
then
but
the
the
ref
referee was
DQ'd
there.
it anyway. And then
Yeah.
they kept brawling anyway. So
Because they scraped his eyebrow with one of their hands. Oh no.
I mean, I can understand if he's a rock and they scraped his eyebrow, then that's a wee bit dangerous.
And then they're making out that this guy's a hacker, and that
Yeah, it's weird. They're in a brawl, and then once they're fighting, and the next second he just pulls his phone out.
like would it not have been better like if he signalled to the back and Shamrock was in the production truck and he hit a button that linked the Titantron to that camera?
See, to be honest, I'm surprised Impact can afford a Titantron at this stage.
And but are we supposed to believe that this guy is on his phone and he just hit a button and lights the Titantron up? Who is he? Kevin Dunn?
Maybe Mustafa Ali taught him how to hack. The guy who single-handedly killed Retribution.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, so Eddie Edwards runs backstage. His wife's. I don't get it. His wife's stuck in like a boiler room kind of thing. But why is that like a massive concern? It's not as if she's stuck in there with a fucking alligator or something. Do you know what I mean? She's just stuck in a room. Like it's not as if, but do you know what I mean? It's like where was the
There's no
urgency?
time limit.
I don't know why you couldn't have just decided, you know what, I'll beat Sammy Callahan first, then I'll go and let her out.
Yeah, it wasn't like the room was filled with smoke or.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like a Saw game or something like that. It doesn't make much sense anyway. Shamrock looks fucking old. Well, he is old, I guess, but could probably still kick everyone's ass on
He
this
looked
roster.
4 foot taller than everyone.
And then we had a pretty bad promo from Rich Swann and the Machine Guns. Still can't believe Chris Sabin's the first guy to kick out of the 3D. Doesn't make any sense to me. They go and look for Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley looks like he's on some sort of drugs. I don't know what kind. Maybe the more. Maybe he got into test his fucking
Drug cabinet.
drug cabinet, bag, you name it. His stash, he got it. And then they went and attacked the AEW Express. And there was nobody in it though. And then Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, who have done approximately nothing good in their careers. Why they get that title, the Good Brothers, I don't really know. They beat them up, and then Kenny Omega says, "It looks like yous were easy to kill at hard to kill."
And then he said, "See you later, alligator."
I mean, come on, this guy's AEW champ. And AEW, we're supposed to take AEW serious, and they're turning up to a federation that can barely get 15,000 viewers on Twitch and has no TV deal. Like, what? Why? On what planet does that make sense?
To me, it makes a lot more sense that, well, I mean, Rich Swan's awful, but why not have people in fade from Impact and AEW on an actual what's going to get ratings?
People will see it.
Yeah, this is irrelevant.
Nobody's going to see Kenny Omega on fucking...
How says a fuck? I know it's... Why AEW is actually in a war with NXT.
What, the way I see it, right?
Impact's in a war with me when I stream Warzone.
I can't imagine there's anybody that's watching Impact that doesn't watch AEW. Whereas there will be a load of people that watch AEW that don't watch Impact.
Yep.
So to me, you've got more to gain by getting the Impact guys on AEW.
Anyway, though, I'm giving this a 0. Anyone got a problem with that? Fuck off.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good. I mean, I say it wasn't good. It was pish.
It was awful.
Right? And Joyce, what's the commentator called?
Madison Ray and Josh Matthews.
Worst commentary team ever, right? How people can say this is the best team going, I just do not know. Josh Matthews was fucking shite when he was in WWE, and he's still shite now. He's actually probably even worse. Because at least when he's in WWE, he was always sitting beside someone that was half decent.
Yep.
I mean, but now he's sitting beside his wife, and it's just awful. Fucking awful.
That's his wife?
Right.
That makes it even fucking worse. I didn't know that.
But anyway, guys, that is it. Impact's fallen from the 30 seconds that The Rock was on it a few weeks ago. I mean, what the hell's happened? I said a few weeks ago. It was probably about 3 months ago.
Who cares, man? Till next time, fucking peace.
I would just get The Rock on highlight, repeat.
Yep.